There's a place in your house where it's cool to chill, get some me time or even cook a meal. It's your kitchen mofo, ain't no time to slack, so just grab yourself a penny and let's work that ass. If you're scared of this place, ain't no need to bother, just lay down your weapons and pick up another.
Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to my Virgin Kitchen. I'm jumping up and down. I don't know why I'm going to stop because you're probably going like that. Today I'm showing you how to make a fantastically easy, yummy chicken and bacon Caesar salad. Check this out. That is amazing. Really, really easy to do. You can customise it as well. Now this was too good an opportunity to turn down to not wear an associated dress code with this dish. And there's only one way to summon it. So we start chanting, toga, toga, toga. Ta-da! Here we go then guys. So my little leafy hat thing and a well-used bed sheet with some safety pins just holding it in place. Without this, I kind of look a little bit like Gandhi, I'm going to admit it too, but I'm not going to show you the whole thing because downstairs it starts to get a little bit messy and I didn't really tidy it up too well, so you're probably just going to see the top half. And around this area right here, I'm a bit worried about my nipple popping out, so this could turn into an 18+ cooking video, so I do apologise already. But anyhow, you're not here for that. To make this amazing Caesar salad, chicken and bacon, cha-ching, these are all the ingredients you need, so I'm just going to click my fingers. You can hit pause and write them all down. I've got a leftover baguette that I bought yesterday, which has gone, well, it's a little hard, but it doesn't matter because we're going to bake it anyway. That's the first thing we're going to do, is we're going to start to just tear up the bits of bread there. You can use a knife if you want, you can cut into it, but I'm just going to sort of rip big pieces, and then I'm going to soak it in olive oil, season it, and bake it. So preheat your oven to gas mark 6, which is about 190, 180 degrees centigrade, something like that. But yeah, just tear up your bread and love it. Right, I'm a little bit worried about this shot, so I'm not going to lean forward too much, otherwise you will catch a little bit of the Barry nipple, and that, my friends, especially for the male viewers, it's not very good. So, what I'm going to do is just grab my bread and just rip it into big old chunks like that, okay? So you can leave the crust on, some nice big crusty bread, or even if you've just got some little white or brown bread at home, and a loaf, you know, just like that, your normal old loaf. Obviously crusty will be better because it'll give it a nice big texture. But yeah, nice big pieces like that, okay? So once you've got enough, I love croutons to be honest, so I'm going to have quite a lot. We're going to soak them in a bowl. So I'm going to just grab a mixing bowl like so, shove some olive oil in there with it, and it's going to be party time, baby. Toga, toga. Right there, my toga wearing chums. I just grabbed my bread there, plonked it in a bowl, and I've started to add olive oil on there. About a tablespoon already on there, but let's add some more. Cha-cha-ching, like so. Then I'm going to grab my salt. I've got this little funky shaker thing, so salt there. A couple of teaspoons of that. Pepper as well on the bottom. Loving it. Nice, mix it up. I can sort of flip it up a little bit. Cha-ching. Right, anyhow, now we're going to get our hands in there. If you don't want to get your hands messy and wipe it in the toga, I know you're thinking, oh, it's a big serviette. You don't have to do that. You can just use one of these. A normal serviette, right? So, anyhow, I think my nipple might have just flashed out then, so I do apologise. I'll try and black that out because I did feel the coldness. Yeah. Anyhow, hands in. I'm going right in there, baby. Let's go for it. Get them nice and coated. Remember, go preheat your oven, and you're going to need a baking tray to plonk your croutons on. Toga! Brilliant, so that bread's all nice and soaked. You can see the yellow of the olive oil merging in there. And I've just tweeted a picture of me wearing the toga on Twitter, so if you're following my tweets and you've seen that live, look, we're doing this live. How cool is that? Technology. Anyhow, all I'm going to do is plonk that on my baking tray like so, all the big bits like that. Speaking of technology, Jamie Oliver did a live web stream the other day to America and gave a real big compliment to this show. Unfortunately, being in the UK, I couldn't watch the live stream, plus I was working anyway, but apparently he gave us a real big thumbs up, said some really nice things, and yeah, so if Jamie's watching, thanks for the support, because he does watch some of the videos, so cheers mate, and for everyone else that told me what he said and stuff, really appreciate that, so big thumbs up and all that. Yeah, back to the baking tray, back to the serious business, let's get that on there. I'm sure Jamie wouldn't be wearing a toga, but anyhow, that's all on there, so it's nice and spread out. Got a little mushy actually, maybe I got it a teeny bit too wet, but that's okay. Look at these nice big chunks of croutons, they're just going to go down so darn good. Right, my oven is nice and warm. Let's plonk that, open up that. It's going to take probably about 8 to 10 minutes to brown. So we'll plonk that on the top shelf like so. And we can move on to using our chicken and our bacon. Toga. Toga-tastic, yeah. Right guys, so while my croutons are on, what I've done is just grabbed a griddle pan and shoved in my chicken fillets like that, just with a little bit of olive oil, just starting to heat up. Probably about 4 minutes each side so they're nice and cooked through. Nice little colour to them. Cha-ching. I've also started to get my bacon. Now this was really super cheap bacon, so that, you know, it's not the best stuff, but it's all to your budget, okay? If you want to go for the real flash stuff and you can afford that, I'm all ears, baby, go for it. But this fat around the side, I want to get rid of it. It's a salad, it's rabbit food, we're making the healthy stuff. get rid of it, yeah? So as you can see there, I've trimmed it off to make it a nice funky rectangle, and all that fat bits there, like that. Well, some people like that. It's going out in the trash, baby. Yeah. Right, I've just flipped my chicken, nice brown lines on there, looking to get that on the other side. Oh, just by the way, guys, the chicken and the bacon on this recipe are going to be cold, okay? If you want it warm, do these steps towards the end after you make the sauce, okay? Ka-ching. Bacon, all trimmed up like so. Any minute now, I'm going to chuck it in the pan. It won't take long to cook. And I'll leave it to one side to cool. Yeah. Okay, the chicken is very nearly done. I just flipped it over and checked. So all I'm going to do is just pick up my bacon like so and just drape it in my griddle pan, alright? I'm going to cut it up once it's all cooked. It's going to be in little crispy pieces, so not really a big issue to cut it up right now. You can if you want, it's completely up to you. But that bacon is all in there. Wrapping the chicken like so. Wrapping. So keep your eye on that and get your chicken out in just a bit. Leave the bacon in there for solo, and then we're going to move on to make the sauce, baby. Yeah. Right guys, so once you're happy with your chicken, like this one, nice and brown both sides, like that, just plonk it on a little plate like so. Maybe that's all mine, nice and quick. I really hope you can't see my nipple again. I'd be kind of embarrassed about that. Brilliant, so that chicken's all done, cooling down. We've brought the bacon to the middle of the pan to cook quicker. Another couple of minutes and that'll be done. You're going to love it. You're going to be wearing togas like me, and you're going to be running down the streets singing, like going, ah. You're just going to love the taste. That's all I've got to say. Right, I've just taken the croutons out of the oven from the baking tray into a separate dish, like so. All nice and done, chunky, crispy. Put them to one side. Let's work on this dressing now. Grab yourself a little bowl, like that. Oh, like this. Yeah. Right then guys, first of all, just grab your garlic clove like so, and if you just get the flat side of your knife, put it down on it, a few little taps like that. Oh, stuck to the side, and you'll see that the skin should come away from the garlic rather easily, like so. Okay, so it's almost like you're taking the clothes off at the end of the night, or obviously if you're like me, just like you're wearing a toga, yeah? So that should just come away like that. So you're left with the bits of garlic. You can either put that through a garlic press, like so, or you can just finely chop it with the knife that you use. Completely up to you. And that, my friends, is then going into the bowl. Right, I'm going to use a garlic clove today. So what I'm going to do is put the garlic in that little bin bit there, like so. Push the lever in so it drops, and then I literally just hold the bowl up and push it through. And you see the bits of garlic clove there? Scrape those off with the bottom of a knife. Again, the one that you chopped it with if you like. And that's your garlic all crushed up. Yeah. Fantastic, so our garlic's in there, and that on its own, my friends, will not make a sauce. It won't just suddenly go into a sauce. It needs other stuff to make it. It would just be, well, garlic on its own. Right, so we've got our block of parmesan there. What we're going to do is just grate about a handful, a decent handful, and plonk it in there. We've got 5 tablespoons of mayonnaise to go in, and 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar. I tried this very recently, and as you know, it doesn't taste like white wine. It tastes like vinegar, and I'm not going to do that this time. We've also got anchovies. We need 2 of these fillets, and that's what's going to go in first of all. 1, and let's get another one out. 2. Now these remind me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm not really a massive fan, but what we've got to do is get a fork and break these down. But with me wearing a toga, let's see if they taste any different. Oh, it's still salty. Oh, not a fan of anchovies, but we've got to see it through. Let's bash those up with a fork first of all. Let's go for it. Right, Team Toga, grab yourself a fork and just start to mash the anchovy and work your way around the bowl all the way in. Just want to try and break it down a little bit, okay? Then we're going to pour in the other stuff. What we're looking for is a nice yogurty texture here, okay? So just keep working your anchovy until you're happy. It's all nice and squished. Something the Ninja Turtles will be proud of. Oh, I've still got the taste of it in my mouth. Let's go. Right here then guys, the anchovies are all mashed up like so. It took quite a while to break it down, but then eventually it became all flaky like tuna, okay? So keep working away at it. You can use salt on its own if you just can't stand the taste of anchovies, alright? I had a reply on Twitter from my friend Procasti Bacon, and he said, "Etu Barrius," and I guess, with my toga on, my name is Barrius Caesarus Saladus. Yeah, so anyhow, maybe that's some sort of thing I should tweet back to you. But right, anyway, what we're going to do now is grab our white wine vinegar, like so, pour in approximately a tablespoon, so like that. And then we need to grab our mayonnaise. You're going to need 5 tablespoons of that, so big helpings to stir that in there. Let's go for it. Right, so I've added that mayonnaise and I'm giving it a darn good mix round together in true Barrier style. What we're going to do now is chuck in a good handful of the grated cheese. So let's grate over the bowl. Keep going, and if you want to chuck any more in to thicken it up or thin it down, you can add water or maybe a touch more white wine vinegar if you want to thin it, and to thicken it, a bit more cheese and a mayo. So it's pretty sensible. Play around with it, customize it, anything you want, just like you would do when you're wearing a toga. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So to grate this cheese, I'm just using a grater. Just going to go over it like so. Drop that in there until I'm happy with it. It's going to just sit on the top so I can get a rough idea of how much a handful is going to be. You can see that falling in there. It's looking good. I love the smell of Parmesan. It's like really mild, but it still reminds you. It's got that little cheeky kick that tells you that it's cheese. Toga-tastic. Okay guys, nice big pile of cheese in there. Just going to stir that through. Oh, it's looking good. Liking the look of that. Just want to show you to one side, I've got the lettuce there, the cost lettuce, and it literally, the leaves just fall off like so. If I just go like that, I'm just snap it, that is one-handed. That is how easy they fall off. That has been washed and rinsed. Make sure you do that, okay? And then we're just going to prepare it around this bowl like so. So I'm going to just maybe chop them up a little bit into smaller pieces, and then we can start to build this baby up. Loving it. Right guys, so I just finished mixing the sauce, had a little taste, and it was a teeny bit too vinegary. So what I did was got a little drop of water from the tap, just a teeny drop, stirred it through, and another half a tablespoon of mayonnaise. And now, right now, I'm in Caesar salad heaven. I am absolutely loving it. So, the sauce is done. I just need to build this bowl up now with our lettuce leaves. Start to stack it all. Slice your chicken and bacon. And let's see what Barrios makes of this. Yeah. Whoa, my toga friends, I just want to quickly show you the leaves of the lettuce I've ripped up into nice big chunks. You know, just tear it up almost like you're ripping paper in an office, or you're just scattering flowers like that at a wedding. Sorry about that. Right, the chicken and the bacon has been cut up, and the cheese I've made slivers like so, and it's ridiculously easy. You know, you've seen these slivers before. I just want to show you, all you do is grab a peeler like that, like for an apple or something like that. Just work your way down it like so. Ta-da, you see that? Tear that bit off, and that is your slices. So maybe like little squares like that. Put it in your bowl as much as you want, and now we're ready to build it. Yeah! Okay, so I've got a big dish like that, and there's probably some strategic way to build up a salad in general, but at the end of the day, it's rabbit food, always done the same way. It makes you feel good, it's healthy, and you've made it. So feel good for yourself. My nipple is starting to show, so I'm going to pull that back. And I'm just going to put down a bed of lettuce right down there. Let's go. Wow, that is a big bed of leaves. Let's get some croutons on there to weigh it baby down. Fantastic, so those croutons are on there, just weighing it all down. It's looking good. They're almost sort of playing hide and seek, going, look, you can't find me, we're hiding behind lettuce. A little treat for you, the ones that have made it this far into the video. About halfway through this video, you might see my toga's sort of been rearranged. It completely fell off. The clothes pegs and the pins didn't really work, and I was just stood here in my underwear. I had to stop filming. I'm not going to show you that, but yeah, just a little thing that happened, and I was sort of felt a little bit uncomfortable. Anyhow, let's get some of the chicken and bacon on there. Okay, salad-tastic, that is really starting to come together now. Let's get some of the sauce on there. Fantastic guys, loving that. Not too much sauce I put on there. It's completely up to you whether you want to completely drench it or just a teeny bit. You know, you might be one of these people that are on a diet that are like, I just want a teeny bit. Right, anyhow, the shavings, I'm just going to get those and just scatter those over the top. Not too much like that. I don't really like these too much, but you know, just a little bit. That'll do. And that, my friends, is our chicken and bacon Caesar salad in a toga, all done. So, if I can make that, absolutely anyone in the world can. Toga optional. Have a go for yourself. Let me know how you get on, and I will see you again on the next video. If you've got a recipe request, send it in and I will get through it eventually. I've got a few outstanding, but I love you all the same. Cheers!
High five!